perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Kansas City Chiefs. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. They'll run on first down. Goodson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Throwing is Lewis. And this one is incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Lewis. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And give him credit, he deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively, my goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on fourth down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Lewis. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Derek Brown in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt.
Oh, and Lewis lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On second down now, McCullough, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed out hard there. He was ready for that running play.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter. They were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on fourth down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Rolling to his right. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, wide open. Complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Now it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 13-yard line.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. These two teams all tied after 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
A try here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Come on, now, let's go.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
On first down, Goodson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10". I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll run on first down. McCullough, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Murray. He hits Adams complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up a nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They go play action here on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Now here's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Mahomes now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, the raw sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Point after, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
on first down. McCullough. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On third down, McCullough. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Lewis. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action. Lewis. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will reign in as well. And that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're march off another 15 against your squad.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
He's going to let it go again. This is caught inside the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, Lewis.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Now that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. On play action, it's Murray. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
From the 6.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there.
He'll try again.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, 3rd and goal.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force them into a field goal attempt.
And his kick here is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go!
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're on the good side of this game right now with a lead, but they were on the bad side last week in that loss to Cincinnati, so now trying to make amends. To throw is Lewis. Throwing on 1st down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Murray. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Lewis now looking to throw on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. Back to throw. Lewis. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Lewis. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll look to throw again.
And once again, this is Sanders. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So the completion good for just 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown! A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Into the secondary, past the 40. And all the way up to the 46.
73 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Mahomes to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Here's Lewis on 1st down.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Holding offense.
Instead of the first, they'll have to go backwards for another 2nd down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays 2nd down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a 1st down before they have to start their downs over again.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing is Lewis. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this one is incomplete. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Mahomes to throw it.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
They'll run on first down. Goodson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by a field goal, a little over 40 seconds to go. And they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Murray to throw. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. To throw is Murray. It's caught by Sanders. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Murray. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
What looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. One final try for Mahomes. This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers